Hi everyone, I'm so excited to share with you today our Dream Big Assembly. This is a really special assembly that we wanted to do because obviously we're not all here at school, so we can't have our amazing Dream Big Day this term, but the kids have still been doing some awesome learning about Dream Big, so we wanted to share that with you. Lots of that learning this term has focused on hopes and aspirations for the future. So different careers, different goals for the future, and the kids learning about those, learning about how to go about achieving those things. So they've produced some really awesome work that we're going to get to check out today. We're also going to have a great chat to a few of our students, and they have just some of the most inspiring words to share with us about their hopes for the future. So thanks for joining in, and please, if you're watching this on Facebook, please shout out in the comments to our awesome students how proud you are of them, and give us lots of likes and stuff like that, because that's great for our kids to see in terms of the support of our community with their hopes for the future. So to kick us off, we're going to hear from one of our grade 6 students about her hopes for the future. Hi everyone, I've got here with me one of our grade 6 leaders, Giselle. Hi Giselle, how you going?
I'm good, you?
I'm really good. Thanks so much for having a quick chat with us today about Dream Big. So Dream Big is all about our hopes for the future, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so what are your hopes for the future?
My hopes for the future are being an optometrist.
Yeah, wow. Why do you want to be an optometrist?
Because I feel like I'm helping people, and because I want to be one of the people who, I don't know, participates in curing for blindness, making a cure for blind people.
And as part of your research of that, you've also learnt about other things other than optometry. You were telling me other things before. What are they?
Ophthalmology.
Yeah, wow. What's that?
So ophthalmology is basically an ophthalmologist in general is just someone who does eye surgery.
Okay.
Rather than an optometrist who just, prescribes glasses and all that to people with eye problems.
Yeah, wow. So you've learned about that as part of all of your Dream Big learning that you do here at school, haven't you?
Yes, actually I have. The more I've looked into optometry, the more whenever I type things up about optometry, it would also come up with ophthalmology. So I'm learning two things at once.
Yeah, how good. Yeah, the power of Google, hey?
Yeah.
And you've been doing lots of cool work in terms of this term, haven't you, about doing a cover letter for your dream job, doing a CV, a resume, doing a timeline of what it's going to take. That's some really cool work. What has that taught you about the future?
Well, it's kind of before I'd done, the cover letter, the resume and all that, I didn't know how serious the future was. Whether now I do, and now I know what to expect.
Yeah, and number one, being an adult is tough. Adulting is real hard. Mr. Oak still feels that sometimes. But are you glad that you learned that?
Yes, I am, because now as I said, now I know what to expect.
You can work hard for it.
Yeah, whatever you want, you got to work hard for it. You can't just, not work hard for it and still get it.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's one thing that I know about Giselle, everyone, it is that she will work hard and she has a very bright future ahead of her. So thank you so much for chatting to us, Giselle.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh, good job, Giselle, and thank you so much. So as we know, as part of our awesome Dream Big learning, all our kids do their hopes and dreams plans. So our kids have still been able to do that, especially our grade 3 to 6 kids, and their teachers are going to be in touch with you to talk about that. Usually we do our conferences, which is just so wonderful to all sit around talking about our kids' hopes and dreams plans. While we can't do those right now, our teachers are still keen to talk to you about them, and you can get your kids involved in those chats to see what they're thinking at the moment. And on those, they include lots of amazing things. And these are some of our grade 5, 6 ones. So they've got their hopes for the future. So Shiraz here wants to get into coding because he, as he says, it's his way of life and the future, which is just so wise, Shiraz. Shakila wants to be a photographer and wants to travel, which is such a lovely, lovely hope. And they've identified their strengths and their interests. What's also so great on these things, so we've got Giselle's here and we've got Aaron's, is that they also identify what their school goals are. So what are they working on right now at school that's, one, going to help them be better learners and do their very best, and two, that's going to help them get their hopes and dreams for the future. So Giselle's working on her maths, working on her reading, and they also identify their champions and how they're going to help. So people that they've got around them at home, at school, out in the community, that are going to make sure that they do their very best. And it's so lovely to see that people have identified their parents, their teachers, and their grandparents. Both Giselle and Aaron have identified their grandparents here, which is so great. So as me and Giselle were talking about, the grade 5, 6 students, as part of this Dream Big unit of work, have done CVs and cover letters and career timelines, which has just been such great skills for them to learn. And I guess starting to think about what are the things that you do to build towards a career, to build towards a hope for a future. Obviously, we don't just go from being a primary school student to having your dream job and doing what you want to be doing for the rest of your life. There's lots that happens in between. And there's things that you can do along the way, we all know, that help us get there. So it's been such an amazing opportunity for our kids at such a, well, still young, but also an important age where they're heading off into high school, they're starting to think about the future, just to go through this process as a way of learning about some of the things that they would be wanting to do between now and that dream job. So well done to all these kids for the great effort they've put into here. Roxanne's written a cover letter to me because she wants to be a teacher, which is just so cool. And Roxanne, you would make a lovely teacher. So that's a wonderful goal. Saxon's got his CV here. He's got he's working on being a strong communicator, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Dag's wanting to run a restaurant and he's got some experience there, both cooking at home and cooking it around in the community, which is really awesome. Dia is working on working in hospitality, which is really, really lovely. And her experience is she helps out at her granduncle's shop, which is such wonderful experience to already be identifying and put on there. Lots of great skills there. Yeah, well done. And this is an example of one of the timelines that one of our students has put together. So this student, again, wants to be a teacher. So thinking about, okay, where am I at right now? I'm here in grade 6 and heading into grade 7. Next year, I'm going to go into grade 7. They've identified they're going to start choosing elective subjects in areas that they might be interested in and wanting to pursue. In 2026, wow, feels so long away, but we all know it's going to go super quick. This person's going to graduate year 12. They're going to get a VCE because they want to go to uni. They're thinking about the degree they're going to do because they want to be a teacher. They're obviously going to do an education degree. And then they're looking ahead to when they're going to start their job, which is just an amazing kind of thought process to go through. So well done, kids. We're now going to hear from a couple more students, and these are grade 3, 4 students who have also done some research into the type of jobs they want, and they had to answer some questions and make videos. So we're going to watch 2 videos, and the first one is Izzy in grade 4. Thanks, Izzy. Oh no, sorry, where did we go?
Hi guys, welcome to my presentation about my dream job, and today I'll be showing you, I'll be telling you about my presentation. Okay, so when I grow up, I want to be a sports player, and so yeah, I'm just going to be answering these questions. So first question, why is this your dream job? Because I like sports and I think I'm pretty athletic. Second question is, What skills does your dream job require? Here's my answer. Being a sports player probably needs resilience and maybe being a good sportsmanship and maybe a lot of training. Also, some determined mindset would probably be good to work your way up better. What skills do you have that would be useful in this job? I'm good at running, jumping, and I do training quite often. Yep. Last question. What do you do in this job? That was kind of a hard question because I couldn't really think of one, so I just answered, you entertain people by playing a sport and you work your way up to the top. So, that's my presentation for my job, and I hope you liked it.
Thanks, Gizzy. It was so great hearing your thoughts. Yeah, you do have to be really determined, and I know you are really determined in all you do. So that's super awesome. All right, we've got Eva, also in grade 4, talking about her job that she wants.
My name's Eva Rose Ray. I'm 10 years old, and my dream job is to be a teacher. You might be wondering, why is this my dream job? Well, this is my dream job because I want to help young, brilliant minds learn for society. You might also be wondering, what skills does this job require? You have to be smart by going to school, and by that I mean preschool, high school, and college. You have to have a bond with kids, and unbreakable bonds. You have to know how to be responsible and put up with bad behaviour, like Miss Peace does. You have to be patient and kind and helpful. You have to be organised and consistent. You might be wondering, what skills do I have that would be useful for this job? I can put up with my brother really well. And I'm good at being patient and kind and helpful. And being organised is a thing. Well, you might be wondering the most important question. What do you do in this job? You help kids learn, you teach them reading, writing, math, you help them to cut and paste and to draw. You teach them behaviour and how to skip together and to play nicely. You need to plan lessons out for the class and create tests to challenge their minds. You need to grade students for tests, dances, and most importantly, you've got to make sure they feel happy and safe. That's the most important rule. Happy and safe. Well, that's all the time I have for. I hope I can see you next time. Bye!
Eva, that was a brilliant summary of what it takes to be a teacher and what's involved. I can see you as a teacher. I can see you as Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds. Well done. Very, very awesome effort. Thank you so much for sharing. And what is so, so cool at Gareth Street is that we dream big all the way from foundation. So our foundation kids, our grade 1 kids, 2 kids, they've all been part of our awesome Dream Big learning this term too. They did some, while they've been at home, they did some great writing about it. This is some of our grade 1s. We've got Georgia wanting to be a veterinarian. We've got Vihan wanting to work at a cafe and because he can make lots of food. So great, Vihan. Piper wants to be a hairdresser. We've had in their oral language centres, they've been doing some play around different jobs and careers in different stations. We had a hairdresser station. We had, I think it was a teacher or a construction station, one of them, that board's out there. And we had some vets. Here's some of the kids being vets. I hope their animals survived. Oh dear, good job. And we have little Alex who's talking to Mrs. Dornkamp here about his hopes for the future. No. Go back.
We've been talking about our dream big ideas. What are some of your ideas in your big future?
I will be an astrophysicist, and when I'm done being an astrophysicist and an astronaut, I will be a scientist.
They're really good ideas, aren't they? What else do you think you see in your future?
I see being a dragon dancer.
Oh, that's a nice interest to have too. But I like the idea of you being a scientist and interested in all sorts of things in this world. What do you think you have to do to get to being a scientist?
I have to do science and experiments.
Oh, so are you saying you have to go be at school to do science and experiments?
I think.
Yeah. What things are you good at school?
Well, I'm really good at PE and my number learning.
Oh, you are fantastic at your numbers. I saw your patterns today.
Yeah, they were very good.
Do you think an
Some stuff for that.
astrophysicist has to be really good at maths?
Yes, so he can know how much amount of stuff he needs and a lot of stuff.
Right. So you're very good at numbers and science. So you've got an interest in that as well. Is it good to put those two things together?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for talking with us today about Dream Big, Alex. Well done.
Yay. That is so cool. An astrophysicist and then a scientist, with some dragon dancing in there. I have no idea what dragon dancing is. I'm going to get Alex to teach me to dragon dance. But that is such a cool plan, Alex. Awesome. So awesome. And that is what Dream Big is all about. We set our goals and our hopes. We work towards them each day that we're here and in life. We are determined because we are strong people and kids and families, and then we dream big. And I think this is the Go Street team. You inspire us, and we are very proud of you. Today was just so amazing to see all those hopes for the future. We are extremely proud. Families, please talk with your kids about all the work they've been doing about Dream Big. They've got lots of examples of work that they can show you. Make sure you look at their videos and their plans that they've done. Share them with other people, your neighbours, your grandparents, your aunties and uncles, and keep on dreaming big long into the future. Well done, everyone. See you